Yo, what it do? Your boy Rails from the Sharpshooters Network. We're back. Got a special guest with me, little bro Retro in the house.
What's going on? What's good?
Chilling, man. So we need y'all to like, comment, and sub up if you're not subbed yet. Continue to share our content. We appreciate it all. Follow us on Twitter, TikTok, Sharpshooters X. Got a lot of original content on the way. Today, we want to talk about the guy, Triple H, man. Just came through, shut it down. He's got WWE on fire right now. So, we want to talk about it. If I had to give Triple H a grade so far, man, you gotta give him an A, man.
Mm.
Just off the little bit he's done in so little time. Just the energy's up. People are actually excited to watch Raw. We got cliffhangers now. It's just something so fresh for us. That's what we've been asking for. It's finally happening. So, I would give him an A. I like what I like what's going on SmackDown at the moment. You got Karrion Kross popping up randomly out of nowhere, and he's already inserted into the main event picture with Roman and Drew. So that's a twist you just would have never thought of. So I like that. And as far as the Raws that are popping up, it's a lot more. It's making sense. Storylines are actually connecting. What do you think so far about what he's got going? What type of grade would you give him?
It's kind of hard to grade because it's only been 2 weeks, so we really don't know what's gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? But as far as what he's done so far, it's pretty exciting. You can tell there's already a different feel as far as the storylines, how the wrestlers are, cutting their promos. There's just a really distinct difference, you know what I'm saying, in the matter of a couple weeks, you know what I'm saying? So, so far so good. I think that he's doing a pretty decent job, you know what I'm saying? I like that he's not changing too much, you know what I'm saying? He's kind of working with what he has. He's not trying to change the characters, there's just improvements being made. So that's pretty good. There's a lot of good promos, the camera work, storylines, even in the background, you have stuff going on behind the scenes, like in interviews and things like that. And I'd give Triple H a little A-, saying there's a few little tweaks that need to be done, but
yeah.
I like it.
All right. What about a Triple H guy, quote unquote guy that you're excited for? You feel he's gonna really get behind and push to the moon, strap the rocket to his back per se.
Off top, I'm excited for Ciampa. I think it's pretty clear that they're gonna go in a certain direction with him. Just with the way, he's been cutting incredible promos. He's been doing his thing in the ring. Just had a championship match with Bobby Lashley.
Man. Hey, people thought he was really going to win.
Yeah.
Did you?
No. But that's just because I know how it goes. But just the fact that somebody like Ciampa, he's not the youngest guy, but he's still considered an up-and-comer. So him being put, on that stage against a guy like Bobby Lashley, that's a good look for him. You could tell that they have big plans for him. He's a Triple H guy, like you said. And, I think he has a bright future,
So, all right, he just got the U.S. title match. So what do we do with him? Is he going to continue to be in the picture? You think he's getting a rematch? Or Might move on to a storyline with the Miz or something, and then you hear the rumblings, of course, of Gargano maybe, you know, coming through another Triple H guy. Do you see him maybe moving towards the tag team division, or having a good solo run, or even a program with the Miz? Do you see any of that or something different?
I think he's gonna continue the storyline with the Miz. Just kind of keep it rolling with him. That's a good thing they got going. Good dynamic between them. Could lead to a future turn on one of their parts. Yeah, I think Ciampa's got a bright future ahead of him. I think they're gonna keep rolling with the Miz just for a little while, just because it is so good. Like you said, Gargano's potentially coming back, but I think that'll be later down the line. For now, just let Ciampa keep doing his thing. Let him keep coming up with these good promos. Take him away from Lashley. Let Lashley go against someone else. Let him bring somebody else into the fold as far as the United States title picture goes. I think Ciampa's gonna eventually turn on Miz. They might have a match at Survivor Series. You never know. Gargano could come back. That's later down the line, but yeah, just let
So
Ciampa.
you think Ciampa's gonna be the one to turn on Miz, not the other way around?
Yes, I think that because Ciampa's really heavy on Miz right now. Like, he's really gassing him up, and with the way that they've taken Ciampa's character in the past, he's done that a lot. And like we saw with the Gargano storyline, he ends up turning on everybody, similar to the way Shawn Michaels used to do everybody.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Man, me personally, I'm not really into him like that, but I'm excited for the Karrion Kross. I feel he has one of the best, first and foremost, one of the best entrances when you get to the ring, some of the best music. But besides that, him being just inserted into the main event scene, I really want to see how Triple H is gonna book this situation. I know it's gonna be something new we haven't seen before. So that's something I'm definitely, looking forward to. Like I said, I'm not the biggest fan of him, but just, you know, Roman been running through the whole roster. It's just good to see him go up against somebody that he hasn't, something we haven't seen before. And, actually it ain't a one-on-one thing no more. They're kind of making it triple threat. So, yeah, man, Karrion Kross, he coming through with Scarlett. Now that makes me want to watch SmackDown even more now, so I could, figure out how that's going to go. Besides Sami Zayn and his stuff he got going on, this has now, made me more intrigued as well. So as far as Triple H running it all, do you see any issues he may run into? Like, for me, he is leaning a lot on, bringing back released superstars. He can't overdo it, because when you're bringing back these released people, right? Yeah, it's good. Everybody's happy. Oh, they're back. But they're taking somebody's spot that's already there. You feel me? They're not, everybody's not going to be able to be on the show. So, like on SmackDown, they brought Karrion Kross. They say he's supposed to be the number 2 heel now, behind Roman. You got Ciampa on Raw, out of nowhere, getting title shots, which is cool. And then you seen the NXT guy they brought back, Dexter Lumis. He, had a debut pretty much on Raw, so they brought him back. And then it's just all these other rumors that may actually turn out to be true. The Bray Wyatts, the Garganos, and just other people that they say that Triple H is going to bring back. I just don't think he should lean too heavy, on the people like he's bringing back Um, and again, with the Karrion Cross, boom, inserted him straight to the main event, which is fine. But as far as the booking, like, what if we start? What I don't want to see is like the Johnny Garganos, the Ciampas getting WWE title shots.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Why?
I think they should be in the mid card story because just the new people, like even Bray Wyatt, if he ever comes back, I don't want to see him straight inserted into the main event scene. So my issue is it lays of bringing too many people back that were released, and then where you're inserting them into these storylines. Like if you bring Gargano and put him with Ciampa in there, you got a new tag team now that could possibly knock out the Usos. That's cool. You feel me? But I know Triple H has his guys.
Mm-hmm.
And I just, I don't want them inserted like that. Like, honestly, I wouldn't want Karrion Cross inserted into the WWE Championship. But I feel that's what they're heavily leaning towards. Man, I feel they got a lot of homegrown talent that could have did that. I know he does it for the shock factor and the ratings factor and all of that. But you do have a lot of people already on the roster that could get, bolstered to the top.
Mm-hmm.
So do you see any other issues, that we actually may run into a Triple H, or you feel he got it, he know what he's doing, or what?
I think Triple H does know what he's doing. Going back to what you said about him leaning too hard on these released talents. I agree with you to an extent, but at the same time, it's we're going through such a shift with the creative control. Vince and Triple H, they're similar in certain ways, but they're also different in certain ways. So yeah, obviously we have Triple H guys, and Triple H is going to push his guys. And I also think that this is the perfect time for them. Post SummerSlam is usually the end of the season. In a way of WWE with their storylines. SummerSlam usually births new storylines, fresh storylines that could go all the way until Mania. I think this is the perfect time to throw guys like Cross and Ciampa, Gargano if possible. Even if Bray comes back, yeah, go ahead, put him. Because it's become such a big deal that Triple H has gained control of the WWE right now. And
what if he puts Dexter Lumis in?
Hey, I mean,
fighting for the title, man. Come on. Like that's not right.
That's a bit over the top, and I don't think that Dexter Lumis will ever be a WWE champion. Maybe if there's a character change, maybe if they switch, the gimmick up, it's possible. And one thing about Dexter Lumis, as far as playing characters go, I haven't seen anyone like him in a long time. A person that's willing to commit to the character in the ring, on television, off television, on Twitter. He is always in character, and he's been in this character for years. I have never seen him smile. And I've been very familiar with Dexter Lumis since, Impact, when he was, I forgot his name, Samuel Shaw, I believe it was.
Yes.
He was the same character. He was the same stalker gimmick. And he's been this character for a long time. He's committed to it. Like I said, I've never seen him smile.
And then it's like those are the high points that we're getting with Triple H, because on the episode, like his debut, basically it was happening throughout the whole night. KO's getting interviewed, right? Like after and then that's another guy. Speaking of him, he's back, power bombing Ezekiel through the apron. You know how he used to do that. So another Triple H guy, they got him back as a beast. So I know he's happy and, looking forward to what Triple H got in store for him. But yeah, he's getting interviewed backstage, and then behind him is like a car accident going on. So that got you thinking like, dang, like what's going on back there? And then they followed up later on in the night. Bailey and them, they interrupted an interview from Alexa Bliss and Asuka. And then by that time, that same car that was in the accident, now it's getting towed. And then you see like security basically huddle up, like they just got an alert or something. And then they like run off and they run past Asuka and Alexa Bliss and all them. And then you're just looking like, damn, like, because that's something we haven't seen in like so long. Like actual stuff happening in the background. It's not just the interview, it's other factors happening. And so then that happened, and then that's when, so I'm sure all that was connected to where at the end of the night, literally right at the end, AJ Styles won against the Miz, so he's in the ring, celebrating, and then you see like a fan basically trying to get in the ring that gets tackled by security, and again you're like what is going on? And then they lift his head up and it's Dexter Lumis. So it's little stuff like fans like us appreciate. It's not just the same old boring stuff. It's actually stuff going on. And then even like I said, they showed that last little scene. They had like Bailey and them walk off. As they're walking off, boom, here comes AJ Styles out to the ring. Like the way they basically shifted, you feel me? Like just the camera work they had going. It's it's a new era for real. And it looks like it's just going up from here. And definitely excited, man. We just got our Mania ticket. So by then, man, it's gonna be a crazy.
Literally right before we recorded this, we got our Mania tickets.
Yes, sir. So damn, I just can't wait. By that time, man, I know the WWE stock is gonna be way up by then. So another reason why I bought the tickets, I'm like, man, nah, this dude Triple H, he's doing the thing right now. I gotta be there. So, is there anything that Triple H is doing that you don't like?
So far, I haven't seen anything that I don't like because the things that he's doing is pretty refreshing. I think Triple H might come across a few issues, mainly the independent wrestlers, the released wrestlers. If he leans too much on that, bringing other people in, then it's not going to be far off from what AEW has done as far as bringing in released talent. They'll be doing the same thing. So I think that as long as he continues to build what he has, bringing in a few superstars here and there, a few wrestlers here and there, since that's what we're going with now, that's a positive change. But I think he should try to drift away from the WWE Universe, superstars. Start referring to them as wrestlers. Start referring to the audience as fans. Like, take it back a little bit, because that's what we enjoyed back in the day. I take pride in being a fan. I'm not too fond of the WWE Universe. I always found that kind of weird.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Don't book Roman against Mance Warner.
Mance. What is Mance?
Man, like, I like that, the AEW World Champion is having a match every week. Like, I love that. But it's like against who, though? Like, I don't care that you gave us a promo before the match and all that. It's like, where did this guy come from? Like, stop. So as long as I think we'll be A-okay, man.
Yeah, as long as he doesn't bring in William Ospreay to fight Roman Reigns at Survivor Series, that'd be crazy. I'm not gonna lie, I'll tune in.
That guy actually has a name though, so that wouldn't be too bad.
Yeah.
But
bringing in guys from MLW, Pro Wrestling Guerrilla, Stay away from those guys. We don't need any more independent wrestlers. You got plenty of talent. WWE has the most talent. They have plenty of people that they can build up, create new stars.
What if they do Braun Breaker versus Roman at Survivor Series?
Braun Breaker versus Roman.
Are you a Braun Breaker fan? Like, you like
No.
what he does?
No. I wouldn't consider myself a Braun Breaker fan. I think they're doing too much trying to connect him with his dad. We don't need that. We need
That's the case. They should have named him Steiner. Like, I don't get where the breaker part comes in at.
If you're gonna go with that, go all the way.
Yeah, it was like, man, it don't make sense. Like,
bring him in as a Steiner and do what you gotta do. The audience will buy into it because it makes sense. We don't need random last names. And hopefully they don't just take away his first name or his last name, turn him into Braun or Breaker.
Now, speaking of that, I think they should bring back Tommaso Ciampa. Because it's like both his names. First off, he can go by both names. And then they're so, like, unique. You feel me? Like, why can't this guy be Tommaso Ciampa? Like, come on, man.
I agree.
Triple H needs to bring that. Needs to bring the two names back and start it off with him.
Because these are actual human beings. They should have first and last names. Not everybody can be The Rock. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
Bring back Austin Theory. Bring back Chad Gable.
Man, exactly. Two awesome talents right there that deserve a last name, man. Or actually their first name back. And speaking of Gable, man, he had a great match with my boy Dolph on Raw. It was like a real wrestling match, and not like heavy wrestling, you know, like on the mat and all that. But they were like, you know, it was a lot of grapples and mat movements and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying?
Two really good amateur wrestlers back in their college days. Gable was an Olympian.
Exactly. Another change from, you know, the guy, Triple H. He's like, you know, don't go out there and have a traditional WWE match. Just, you know, hey, go out there and y'all, you feel me? I feel that's what he said. Like, y'all go out there and just, you know,
do what
just
you
go.
do.
Yeah.
And do what you're good at.
Exactly. Like, and it's like, these are just small changes that are actually very huge and very key to, you know, what we look for. So yeah, it's not much he's doing wrong at this point. I'm sure in the future, you already know how us fans do.
Naturally.
Yeah. So
everybody has a voice. Everybody's gonna have something to complain about.
Yeah. Not much to complain about now because we got to be grateful, and it's basically night and day at this point to what Vince is doing, what Vince did, and to where now Triple H has the keys. And, you know, just wrapping up, man, it feels good because Vince was, you know, the OG. And OGs aren't really gonna, you know, they know it all. I built this. And, you know, very old guy. He doesn't want to change his ways to where now, you know, the power is in a much younger guy, and not just any guy. This guy has been through it all. Bona fide superstar wrestler, you know, in his day, still to this day. From, you know, wrestling a Rock, you know, for the Intercontinental title to, you know, becoming the Game. You feel me? It's like, and then, you know, the legendary groups he was in, DX, Evolution, Shawn Michaels, Ric Flair, everybody. It's like, this is the guy that, you know, he's going to take WWE back up a few notches. He's been there. He's had the superstardom. He knows what it takes. So,
if there ever was a guy to take over under Vince, this is the guy. This is definitely the guy you want with that creative control. You see what he's done with NXT. You see he has the ability to build new talent, create new stars. This is the guy.
Man, hey, not Stephanie, not even Shane. Like, this is the guy you want, man. He got his blood, sweat, and tears into it, man. Like, literally. Like, when they when they mention blood, sweat, and tears in WWE, it should be a picture of Triple H right there.
He's given a lot to this business, contributed a lot. And I know a lot of people like to talk about the things that he's taken away from certain wrestlers, all that stuff. Man, I don't believe none of that. Triple H is that dude, whether it's in the ring, outside of the ring, in the office, you know, behind the curtain. Man, and
only guy that's gonna disagree with us is CM Punk.
Man, CM Punk knows it too. He knows what the deal is. He knows Triple H is that dude, and that's my favorite wrestler.
Yeah, man. Any closing thoughts, man, you got on, basically Triple H? Anything you expect from him, or anything like that?
I expect nothing but good things. I hope for nothing but good things from Triple H. Like, I've been waiting for this moment. Not eagerly waiting, but I've been anticipating this moment for a lot of years.
I think we all been, man. Yeah. Like, Vince, get out, man, please. Like, Vince didn't care, man. He didn't care. It's like he wasn't taking nobody's advice. And it's like it was right there the whole time. I'm sure Triple H was telling them stuff, and he'll just be stuck in his ways, basically. So
just imagine what WWE would be like if Triple H actually took the reins back in 2011, 2012, when he first, took that step away from the ring, started, handling a little bit more creative.
Yeah.
WWE would be so different, man.
Heck yeah.
But yeah, man, I'm excited. I like Triple H. You know what I'm saying? I've been watching him since I was 5 years old,
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see.
He's definitely the guy for the job, man. All right. And so, man, appreciate you coming on. I know you got a busy schedule. Looking forward to the next one. Thank you guys for listening in. Please be sure to, leave us a comment. Let us know your thoughts on, Triple H. Just anything about him, his booking, what you expect from him. Follow us on, Twitter. We got TikTok going now, Sharpshooters X. Thank you guys for tuning in once again. It's your boy Rails and Retro from the Sharpshooters. Peace.